The perfect plan revealed to expand Social Security and increase benefits. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, now in this video, I want to share with you the details of a new report that was released revealing their plan to expand Social Security and ultimately increase benefits based on what the majority of the American people want and what the majority of the American people believe. This is actually pretty interesting, so let's get into it and talk through all the details. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all the latest details hitting the wire and breaking it all down into these short videos so you can see what's actually going on out there and how it may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and of course anything showing up right now we can possibly grab and or take advantage of. So again, please remember, I'm here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise, and as always, I'm sticking to it. So please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and let's get into it and talk about this new plan revealed. This is actually a little bit contrary to what we've been hearing as of recently to shore up Social Security, to increase benefits, and to make sure that these benefits are paid out, promised and guaranteed to all the beneficiaries for many more decades to come. A lot of things have been hitting the wire lately. In fact, if you've been watching the channel here for any length of time now, you know we've been seeing a lot of different things hitting the wire. Well, this is actually completely contrary to what we've been hearing a lot about recently. Now, as of recently, we've been seeing all these different proposals and people coming out saying, raise taxes, we need more money, raise taxes, that's the only solution. But is it really the solution? Again, we don't really know, and even Congress doesn't know the solution yet because clearly they don't know what they're doing because they haven't done anything quite yet. But let's talk about this new one because this is actually interesting because they conducted surveys based on what the American people want and what the American people believe, and you can clearly see from these statistics that, wow, a lot of people are actually agreeing with this this proposal here and what they're actually suggesting to expand and increase benefits for Social Security and make sure the program is around for many more years to come into the future. All right, so let me walk you through the numbers here, the statistics, and then again, in just a minute here, I will talk about the logic behind why they're actually saying this and the whole ideas behind these statistics. But these are the numbers that they're sharing with us based on what the American people have responded by and said behind all of this. So remember, I said just a minute ago, a lot of the proposals coming out are saying raise taxes. However, get this. This new proposal here and what they're talking about is to actually decrease taxes, okay? So here's what they're saying. 70% of the American population believes that taxes right now in the United States are actually hampering the Social Security program and are actually making this program a little bit weaker than it actually needs to be. This is actually kind of interesting because they're showing that these 70% of Americans that are actually responding to this are showing that Social Security would be significantly stronger if they actually just cut taxes. Seems a little bit illogical, right? Seems kind of interesting because that is completely opposite of what we've heard about so much. However, let me walk you through some more numbers here. 81% of Republicans agree with this. 69% of independents agree with this. 59% of Democrats also agree with this. So you can clearly see across the parties there a lot of percentages, as in high percentage of the people within each respective party shows that, hey, they actually probably agree with this, that cutting taxes would actually benefit Social Security. But wait, I'm still confused, right? That's completely opposite of what we've been hearing about. Again, more on that here in just a second. I will elaborate on that a little bit further. Now, let me share with you another statistic here. They actually showed in this report here as well, 63% of respondents also showed that they're agreeing that high taxes right now are actually crushing this economy, and if they actually lowered taxes, it would actually be significantly beneficial to Social Security, and it would actually increase benefits and make sure that this program remains solvent for many more years to come, and the promised and guaranteed benefits would be able to be paid out as directed and as they've been doing for about 88 years so far. So again, interesting stuff. You can clearly see the vast majority of the American people continue to believe cutting taxes is the solution for Social Security and making sure that this program remains solvent and very strong into the future. Okay, but what's the logic behind this? Let me share with you the logic behind this and what they're actually saying behind why the vast majority of the American people believe this. Here's why. Now, stick with me on this because this can get a little bit confusing, but let me explain this here for you. And again, I think this might make sense for some of us. Again, this is just what they're saying, okay? Here's what they're now saying. If taxes are cut, basically what they would do is it would actually encourage a lot more people to enter into the workforce. Not only would it encourage people to enter into the workforce, but it would encourage a lot more businesses to be created, small, medium, and large-sized businesses to be created, and it would also spur a lot of innovation here in the United States. Now, as a result of that, what happens? Small businesses are created, medium-sized businesses are created, large businesses are created, innovation takes place, more people are encouraged to go out there and enter into the workforce and stay in the workforce. Why? Because we're taking home more money. It's pretty obvious, right? If less of our money is being taken out of our pockets and going to other things, and we have more money for us, that simply means that a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm willing to, put in the time versus why would I waste my time when 30, 40, 50% of my income is being taken away through taxes? And again, this is just what they're saying here in the report, right? So they're also saying that more people would start businesses and a lot more innovation would take place. What happens when innovation takes place? When innovation takes place, that simply means businesses are created. What happens when businesses are created? Now all of a sudden they need to start hiring people. Now they need to start ordering inventory. Now they need to start hiring engineers and customer service, and the list goes on and on and on. They need to start hiring all kinds of people to basically fulfill the needs of the new business, whatever that business could be. It could be a services business, it could be a products business, it could be whatever, manufacturing, all kinds of things. They need to start hiring people. What happens when more people are entering the workforce, staying in the workforce, earning higher incomes, things like this, and businesses are being created? What happens? Well, now all of a sudden, you have a lot more people paying in through Social Security payroll taxes, a lot more coming in through federal taxes, state taxes, all kinds of things like this. So as a result of that, even though the tax brackets and the total percentage of money being taxed, as in, let's just say, for example, let's just say the tax rate right now is, say, 20%. And again, it's going to be different for everybody. But let's just say, for example purposes, it's 20%. Let's just say that they lowered it to, say, 15% or 12% or 10%. Now people are excited, right? More money for you to take home. More people start working, businesses, all kinds of stuff like this. And ultimately, at the end of the day, less money is being extracted from each individual person and their paycheck. But at the end of the day, more people are now paying in. Kind of makes sense? Let me show you another statistic really quickly. As of right now, about 62.5% of the population is working, is engaged in the workforce. In other words, this is the labor participation rate. About 62.5% of the population. Again, this is based on those people aged 16 to 65 who are engaged in the workforce. So that simply means about what is the math on that? 37.5% of the population is not engaged in the workforce. So again, they're actually suggesting that the labor participation rate would actually increase as a result of this, just simply by lowering taxes and ultimately by adding another, say, 1 million people, 2 million, 5 million, 10 million people into the workforce. Well, guess what? Now they're saying, guess what? This would result in significantly more taxes coming in, even though the actual tax rate on each individual person would be less. At the end of the day, significantly more money would be brought in because more people are working, more people are earning an income, more businesses are paying taxes. Again, the list goes on and on for all the reasons that I gave there. So, interesting concept, right? So they're actually saying to actually solve this Social Security issue, what we really need to do is cut taxes. Interesting, right? So again, I'm just here to bring you the information, to reveal all of the information as it's being released out there, but it's a little bit interesting because this is completely contrary to what we've been hearing as of recently, where all of these talking heads are coming out saying the only way out of this situation is by increasing taxes. But is it really? Again, sometimes the best solution for some type of dilemma that we're dealing with is to think outside the box, right? We've always got to think outside the box because usually the answers to what we're looking for usually lie outside the box, right? So it's kind of interesting to see this report here because we've been hearing so much of the opposite, which is raise taxes, raise taxes. That's the only way out of the situation. But is it really? And again, this is just what they're saying here. And based on what the American people want and what the American people believe, you could see with those figures that I gave you earlier, 70% of the population believes taxes are too high. If they cut taxes, this would save Social Security. Interesting, right? Anyway, I want to share this with you because we've got to continue exploring all of the different options that are out there. Congress doesn't know what they're doing. Congress doesn't have a clue what they're going to do here going forward. Well, maybe they need to start exploring some of these other options that are out there. Are all Congress members going to be on board with this? Not a chance. There's a lot of lawmakers out there that are on board with, they only agree with raising taxes. Now, obviously, there's others out there that say we got to cut taxes. The less taxes that we have here, the more economic growth and the more robust that this economy is actually going to be, because it continues to spur growth when people and businesses have more money in their pockets at the end of the day, rather than huge percentages of it being taken away through taxes. Anyway, just want to share this with you. Very interesting report. And again, the statistics here are showing very clearly what the American people want. So anyway, just want to share this with you. I found it to be very, very interesting and pretty insightful as well. So again, just like always, I'll continue watching everything very closely. As I get more information, I'll continue to break it all down for you. And watch everything closely as a lot of things are changing rapidly. We're getting new bills, packages, and proposals on a regular basis. So again, I'm watching all of it and showing you how it may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, your bank account, and ultimately how it may impact Social Security and all of the fixed income benefits encompassed within the Social Security umbrella as well. So again, hope you're having a nice day. Thanks again for watching this. I truly appreciate your support. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands upon thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and catch you again later in the next